Over 2,000 years ago, a Jew, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, was crucified by men who never believed in his message of salvation. Religious history has it that after 3 days he resurrected. This resurrection on a day that has come to be recognized as Easter Sunday. It is also an action which has provided a basis for the belief that exists among his followers, the Christians. Over the years, human beings from varied socio-political standings have struggled to build a kind of leadership style that will be believable by multitudes, like that of Jesus Christ, who is still acceptable even after the event of his death and resurrection. This Easter season offers Nigerians another opportunity to assess the governance style of their leaders, who, unlike Jesus Christ, may not want to suffer for the redemption of their people.
It is when we see a leader that exhibits those virtues, sacrifice for the common good, ready to die, ready to suffer inconveniences so that the multitude of people may have a reasonable life of dignity. Now, when we see that, then we say this person is living a Christ-like leadership style.
Whether we like it or not, there is no way we can adopt any leadership, that is outside Christ. I tell you this truth. We've been trying as much as possible to have a stable leadership, but we're still not employing leadership from the original leader. And until we begin to copy, who the true leader is or was, there's no way we can get it.
At Easter, we are told that Jesus Christ lived his life for the sins of the world, thus his everlasting celebration. Surely, Nigerians may wish to see such a leader that can be a solution to the grief, anger, and rage among the citizens, all resulting from the current terror attacks, poverty, unemployment, and corruption.
The question of insecurity in this country, the most vulnerable people are not just the man on the street, even the president. Can you imagine the kind of people he travels with? Can you imagine the horde travel between here and the airport and see the number of policemen, number of soldiers, number of armed men, uniformed and ununiformed, just for the president to go and take a plane? You and I cannot have that protection, but he has to. He has to, because he's equally endangered. So you and I are at risk. They are as insecure as I am. But we pay them to defend us. We pay them to protect us. They shouldn't wall themselves in.
What we see very much around today is exploitation of the poor for the self-aggrandizement of the rich, of those who are in power. This is a far cry from the ideals of Jesus. So no matter how they mouth being Christians, we can see it clearly. The model is there. The template, Jesus' template is there.
Apart from the need for sensitive leadership, the ordinary citizens may have to avoid plain sycophancy and hypocrisy, as exhibited by Jesus' apostle Judas Iscariot, who sold his conscience and his master.
A leader will always be a leader, and a leader will always have his mindset. And until our own mindsets as followers change, we'll keep on following the leaders even with their wrong initiative.
For me, the ordinary man has his future, has his destiny in his hands. Unless he takes it and run, nobody will do it for him. If we think about leadership and we say we have failed leadership, I would say we equally have failed followership. Unless the followership are proactive, unless the followership exact their rights and demand for it and see that it is given to them, we are going to be taken for granted.
As Christians in Nigeria celebrate Easter amidst the myriad of crises rocking the very foundation of the country, optimism that the country will overcome its challenges remains one big thought in the minds of many. Abulu Osemahu, AIT News, Abuja.